Alright, last build! Last fucking build! Alright, to finish up the Xenoverse builds, the reason I'm not going to do the rest is because they're mainly just parallel quest grinding builds. I have a Tank Majin character, guess what kind of build he has, and a Super Saiyan spamming female character, guess what she does. This is the last character that I designed with a specific playstyle in mind that doesn't involve cheap wins. This is my Earthling female striker character. Now to kick it off with clothes, honestly, I focused a lot more on just overall looks with this character, but I did try to bias myself a little bit towards the striker-based clothing. So for my first preset type, the clothes that I run with is Trunks' top, Bardock's bottoms, Deborah's boots, and Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta's gauntlets. That's going to be for my first preset. The second preset I have, the clothing I have, is Android 18's top and bottoms, and Bardock's gloves and boots. And for the third one, I just kind of messed around with whatever clothes I picked. So for tops, I have the Saiyaman outfit. For bottoms, I had Kid Chi-Chi's clothes. And for gauntlets, I think I had Broly's. Can't remember. There's really only one Z-Soul that I tend to use with this, but I might consider using something different with this character. But the main one that I do use is Might As Well. But there's another one that I would like to use, and that is I Guess We Should Fuse into Vegito. Now, that one, it grants you a stat increase when you transform and you use a pose. So what people like to use, which you probably know by now, they like to use Unlocked Potential and Prepare to be Punished. So when you activate both those, you already get a good damage increase, plus the Vegito Z-Soul, it gets you a ton of damage. And for a melee character, that's a lot. But anyway, that's enough of that stuff. Let's get down to the actual skill sets. Now in all three of these presets, I always have Unlocked Potential just because with a human, it's almost mandatory to put on Unlocked Potential. You get the good damage buff, you get the good speed buff, and on a human, that's not going to end. It won't ever end when you're a human using Unlocked Potential because your ki regeneration is always faster than the ki drain. But for my first preset, I have Shining Slash as my Y ability, X is my Deadly Dance, B is Meteor Strike, and A is Burst Rush. Now for counter moves, I would also use Pressure Sign, just because it can counter every type of move. It can counter a melee ability, it can counter a Ki Blast, it can counter any of them, and it looks pretty fucking cool to do. Meteor Strike, Meteor Blow, Meteor whatever, as long as it's some kind of combo continuation move, I don't care which, so I just pick Meteor Strike, because if I'm close enough to the ground and I Meteor Strike someone, I can just dash up to them, and just as they bounce and hit the ground, I can punch them back up into a combo, and I could just keep the combo going. Shining Slash, if I blast someone away with a 5x Y attack, I can just charge back in. Or, it's really just a really practical distance closing move for a striker character. And then my X ability, there was a lot of messing around with it. There are a lot of offensive strike moves that I like to use for the X ability, but the one that I like the most, particularly with a female character, I don't know if it's because Android 18 does this and she looks the best using this, or what, I don't know. But Deadly Dance is a really good combo continuation strike move. Other ones that are really good is Meteor Crash, Super Dragon Fist, Eagle Kick, Super Dragon Flight. If you slap on Ki Blast Cannon, then Wolf Fang Fist is a really good one. Orin Combo is another. All the strike moves, to be honest, are really cool. But Deadly Dance just looks the best for this character, in my honest opinion. So that's the one that I use for my X ability. The one ultimate I use, because the other ultimate that I have is Unlocked Potential on all of my presets, the one ultimate that I use for this preset is Spirit Sword. That's just an all-around fantastic strike ultimate. It actually might be one of the best strike ultimates in terms of both usability and damage. Blue Hurricane, it's got amazing damage, but usability, it's not really that good unless you can get someone with no stamina. Victory Rush, you can easily run away from that, or you can block it. I just spat on my pop filter. Justice Combination is, in my opinion, the second best strike ultimate. This is the one that stands out the most to me as one of the coolest. And for escape maneuvers, I use Energy Barrier. It's an incredibly fast escape maneuver. It's just all around great. Okay, for my second preset that has Android 18's and Bardock's clothing on her, for this preset, the main thing that I like to use is this neat little combo. It's sort of similar to my Saiyan's Ki Blasting combo where I use Meteor Blow and I use one of the super moves that I have there, but it's a little bit different for this one. So, the moveset I have for my second preset, my ultimate is Justice Combination. Obviously, it's my second favorite strike ultimate. My Y ability is Final Blow because it does tie really well into some of the combos that a human character has. Like if you do, if you're on ground level and you hit someone with 5x X, 3x Y, and you fully smack them to the ground, if you activate Final Blow at just the right time, you can catch them as they bounce up and punch them back up in the air. And also, if you time it correctly, you can do 4 times X and 2 times Y, and you can activate Final Blow then, and you'll most likely hit them. Now for my X attack, I actually have Raccoon Kick. Now there is 2 things that are really good about this move. 1, it deals a decent amount of damage. And 2, if you successfully hit someone with this thing, you get a boost to your damage. Then there's my B ability, Meteor Blow. This is what I like to use here. My A ability is After Image. After Image is one of my counter moves, or After Image, or Phantom Fist, either of those. I just picked After Image because fuck it. And escape maneuvers, I think I stuck with Energy Barrier with this one as well, but I think I also switched it to Spirit Explosion. Just any of the wave ultimates that can push someone back, I use those. What I like to do with this one is, essentially I like to play exactly the same way I do with my first preset, except I can't use Shining Slash to jump back in for a combo. One of the combos, obviously, is the 5 times X, 3 times Y Final Blow move, or 4 times X, 2 times Y Final Blow, or if I can catch them with Meteor Blow, that gives me enough time to activate Raccoon Kick. Because Raccoon Kick, it has a really inconvenient charge-up time before you actually go to kick someone. Luckily, with Meteor Blow, when you kick someone away with the final kick from Meteor Blow, it gives you just enough time to activate Raccoon Kick. You go through the entire pose, you say Raccoon, and then you activate Kick, and you charge at him, you knee him straight in the nads. It gives you just enough time to do just that. And on top of that, it gives you a nice damage increase on top of your unlock potential if you have that activated first. I just love tying together supers into combos. It's so satisfying to do. And finally, for my last preset, this I don't use very often unless I'm facing a really difficult parallel quest or one that's so tedious that I just don't give a shit anymore, or if I'm fighting someone who's being a particular pile of shit. So I guess you could consider this my anti-bitch build. Now this is the build that I tended to use when I was grinding for Warp Kamehameha when I did that video. So for my Y ability, I use Meteor Crash. That's a great super for a striker character because you can use up 3 total key bars to keep that thing going. My B ability is Super God's Shock Flash because when you activate it, you stay there for a long time. It's a really long counter, so if someone tries to catch you early, you have a much better chance of blocking someone. A is Phantom Fist this time because it's an anti-bitch build, so if someone's going to play cheap, I'm going to play even cheaper and use Phantom Fist. And my X ability is Hyper Drain. Now, I can also use Drain Charge if I wanted to, because I can get my key back no problem. But I just prefer Hyper Drain for that extra stamina and key when I grab someone with it. And for ultimates, the only one that I ever use on this anti-bitch build is Blue Hurricane. Now, if I do this correctly, I can get someone with no stamina and activate Blue Hurricane that way. But Blue Hurricane is mainly my damage dealer for when I'm dealing with a particularly annoying parallel quest, specifically Eternal Rival. And for my escape maneuver, this one's pretty much obligatory on any bitch build. I use Absolute Zero, so if someone's trying to punch me, I can just escape maneuver into Absolute Zero, grab their stamina, grab their key, and kick them away. Everybody knows this cheap-ass shit by now, but that's my anti-bitch preset. Any character that utilizes both basic attacks and your super moves all at the same time in just the best way possible are some of my favorite characters to play as, and Kyo, my Earthling, has got to be my favorite striker character. But anyway, guys, that's this last build for Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I cannot wait to start making some builds for Xenoverse 2. I'll see you in the next video.